Did Apex Legends just release its biggest update ever? The answer to that question is yes. You cannot fathom how much these changes will impact the gameplay and meta. Right now, Apex Legends is so unbelievably bad. From a bad rank system to controller dominance to bad balancing issues, it's just a terrible experience. But this update is about to change that all.
This sounds like it'll be fun.
The biggest change to happen in the season has to go to the Legends. They have completely reworked the Legends classes. They've changed the normal classes from Assault, Support, Reinforce, and Recon to Assault, Skirmisher, Recon, Controller, and Support. And every one of these classes will have its own unique perk. If you couldn't really tell by the name, Assault will be mainly used to attack another team with their utilities. Assault's roles has been handed over to Ash, Fuse, Mad Maggie, Bangalore, and Revenant since all these legends have attacking potential. This class can now open these new red supply bins that hold weapon attachments, hop-ups, and even guarantee a weapon drop if your team has no weapons. On top of that, this class can also carry an extra ammo stack. Next up is a completely new class, Skirmisher. This class consists of all the movement characters such as Wraith, Mirage, Octane, Horizon, Valkyrie, and Pathfinder. But to be honest, this class's perk is kind of weak. It's basically Loba's old passive, but if you ordered it from Alibaba. All this class gets is the ability to see the highest value item out of a care package and just ping it. I think a better perk would have been something related to the class, like how Assault class has guns and stuff. This new perk for Skirmisher has, well, nothing to do with Skirmisher. Recon. This class has a pretty big update, and when I say it's game changing, I mean it. Where do I even start? Survey beacons have been reworked so that when you scan them, it shows every enemy on the map, much like Crypto's map room in King's Canyon. But as soon as you scan the beacon, nearby enemies will be alerted that the beacon was scanned. This is an amazing update because first of all, survey beacons were already so overpowered and annoying before the update because people would just scan the next ring and rat there for the whole game and repeat. Not only will this rework eliminate a lot of rats, but it can potentially make the game have more action. But wait, the old survey beacons aren't gone entirely. This next class still has access to find the next ring using these new ring consoles, controller, and yeah, that's about it. No other changes to this class. But I think this is good that they didn't touch these legends, because although they may be some of the most annoying legends to fight, we have to admit, they're pretty balanced. Support. This class may have one of the biggest changes yet. First of all, you probably noticed that Gibraltar is now a support class, but that's not the main change. You can now buy your teammates' expired banners. I don't know how I feel about this one, because this could cause people to just run away as soon as they think that the battle isn't going in their direction, which can obviously lead to more ratting. But on the other hand, it gives your team a chance to escape impossible situations without having to rat because you weren't able to grab your teammates' banners. I'm definitely looking forward to how this change will affect the gameplay and meta. These were basically all the legend class changes, but I didn't mention any of the individual legend changes because there are only two really big updates which might change the meta. First of all, Mirage can now stay invisible for an additional 2 seconds after reviving his teammate along with the teammate. I think this time is way too long. This gives them time to completely reposition and possibly even turn the fight around in their favor. And I know what you're thinking, isn't that a good thing? No it is not. This is completely unfair for the team that knocked the Mirage's teammate because now this other team can reposition completely and you're not rewarded for knocking them at all. This next legend update is something we've all been waiting for, a Pathfinder buff, although it's not that crazy. His zipline is just faster and longer now, and that's about it. Yeah. Disappointing. Oh yeah, and these other 5 irrelevant legends got some buffs, but I don't really care. They're basically the same. But need I say less, these class changes are definitely a huge W. And also, these legend classes are way more accurate to their descriptions. There were also some weapon nerfs and buffs, but we all expected these ones coming, and they didn't really change much to the game, so I don't think I have to go over them. Although if you do know about these nerfs and buffs, I think they were good changes, because now the R301 will just be a tiny bit less dominant. Just a tiny. Oh, and the Hemlock is a care package weapon now. Be ready for Season 7 version 2! Mirage's Voyage is back to celebrate Apex Legends' 4th anniversary. And there's a couple of these balloon thingies around Olympus. I don't really care about any of that stuff. I don't know what they do. But what I'm most excited about is the new ranked map rotations change. Now instead of split ranked seasons changing maps will change every day. This is amazing. because I don't want to wait a whole month or two just to wait for this awful map to change to Olympus or something. This will also get more players to play Apex since they can play on maps they actually enjoy, unless the rotation is Stormpoint and Broken Moon, then I'll just quit for this season. Also, another minor update is that new players will now be put into actual bot lobbies, and if they manage to get top 5 in these lobbies, they will start being put into regular lobbies in their skill level. This is definitely a good change because it allows new players to go against actual boss until they have a firm understanding of the game, instead of instantly going against like Preds and Masters. Honestly, this update definitely takes the #1 spot over Season 7 for Apex Legends best updates, because even though it has some controversial things like the controller dominance changes or like legend changes, overall this update will make the game so much more enjoyable for everyone, and it actually feels like EA cares about their game. Well, only a little bit for now, not until they unban me. Please unban me. I know I missed some changes or updates, so if you want to know more, just check out this website. That's kind of where I got all my info from, but I've basically covered everything game changing and my opinion on it. If you like this video, please send Apex Legends an unban request for me. No, I'm just kidding. But join our Discord, which is linked in the description. Also, we'd appreciate it a lot if you shared this channel with your friends or anyone, because we're still a fairly new channel and we want our thoughts and ideas to be shown to the world.